G'day and welcome back to the channel. I'm here in Palm Cove again. I'm outside Viva's Cafe and the Palm Supermarket here on the corner of Viva Street and Triton Street. And what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd go for a walk through the rainforest area on the way to Clifton Beach and have a chat about what happened to the channel last week sometime. Very interesting. So I'll fill you in while we're walking, okay? So, so I'll spin us round and we can go for the walk. Okay, so there's Viva's Road, Triton Street, and this is the Palm Supermarket here. So let's go for a walk. I'm using my Action 5 Pro camera today because I just want to give it a bit of an airing, and it might rain, so I'll just pop and get my umbrella and then we can go. Okay, so let's walk down Triton Street past the Pullman and then we'll walk up on the rainforest area. Now I've just got my shoes dry from the last time walking around Holloway's Beach, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much. I just don't want to get my shoes wet again. Because you get your shoes wet and they tend to smell, even when they're dried out. So I have to go and buy some new shoes. That's what happened the last time anyway. Okay, let's go over the creek. This is the creek that leads to that estuary, that what I photograph on the beach at Palm Cove next to the wedding chapel. In fact, there it goes on me. You can see that in the distance there, but it goes to the beach there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they were planning to sell a lot of houses here, but it never eventuated. I don't know why. It must have gone bankrupt, and another property in Palm Cove that's fallen into disrepair. But this is the land that they were going to build. You can buy it if you want. There you go. This is the land they were going to build these houses on, or townhouses, or whatever they were. And they used to have viewing platforms here which showed you what it looked like from different levels, but they've taken them down. But it needs a lot of fill because as you can see, it floods. And there's the beach there. Of course, if you want good beach views, you'd have to chop all those trees down, which I don't know whether you'd be allowed to. But that's the Pullman there. Go and have a look. There's Argentia over there, Palm Cove Boulevard. Very expensive, the land in there. Did have an option on buying a piece of land there, but I surrendered it because there are too many covenants on it. They wanted to look at the plans of your house and decide whether your house would fit in with the neighbourhood. Couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. So I thought, nah, don't like being restricted like that. And I think you had a certain time period in which to build your house as well. I had a big block. It's a nice big block. Now, if I'd have bought that block, I probably could have sold it for double the price I was looking at buying it for. Double. Land values have gone up crazy in Palm Cove. Well, they have on all the northern beaches, I think. And house values too. I mean, the house I just built a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, it's probably gone up 50, 60%. Amazing. Okay, so there's the Pullman there. Nice place that. It's got a nice restaurant in here too. I've never been. Sea Temple, I think they call it. I've never been. It's very expensive, but I've never been. People who go regularly to here have got one of those books, you know, where you get 1 meal free or something like that. Buy one, get one free. There you go. Temple of Taste, that's what it's called. Or Sea Temple. The gardeners really look after this place. It's magnificent what they do with it. Here's your variegated ginger. I've got some of that at home. I must dig it up and put it around the pool somewhere. These are lipstick palms, or sealing wax palms, whichever you want to call them. Yeah, very nice. Pink torch ginger. Same as the, it's all similar, not the same, similar to the red torch gingers I showed you outside Drift. Yeah, these sealing wax palms are spectacular. But it's funny, they come in sort of 2 colours. One is this sort of orangey red colour, and also a spectacular and vibrant red colour like that. I much prefer the red ones. I don't know how you pick which one's which. I guess you just have to wait until they grow. That was really red there. I've got some in the garden, but they're very slow growing. Very slow. There's the entrance. There's the reception area in there. More lipstick palms, heliconias. We'll just turn left up here and we'll go down towards the boardwalk or the rainforest area, and I'll tell you what happened to the channel. More pink torch gingers. These new properties here. There's about 5 new houses built here. On small blocks, but the blocks were very expensive because they're back onto the to the boardwalk at the back. So this is the way to Smithfield via Clifton Beach. Okay. This is a Macrut lime or Kaffir lime here. Seems to have a bit of disease on it. It's an old tree, this. You can see the macrut limes up there. Very old tree. And this is the flooding area from the sea. When you get high tide, it floods into here. There's water in there now. Have a look. G'day. And there's an interesting sign. I think I've shown you this before, but yeah, look at that. Be dingo aware. We're getting more and more sightings of dingoes. They just look like normal dogs, but I see them walking down the road occasionally in the morning when I've taken my daughter to school. The Captain Cook Highway, just walking down the road. So they're around, you just have to be careful of them. Okay, the beach is just the other side of those mangroves there. And we can hear the frogs. It's been raining, so the frogs are out. They're in there somewhere. They're usually so small you can't see them. And the water does go across the path, as you can see. Okay, so let me tell you what happened with the channel. Well, as you're probably aware, I've been starting to put a few cooking videos on, and I think I've got about 5 or 6 cooking videos. And since I've been putting them on the channel, my subscriber count's been going backwards. So I've actually been losing subscribers. So I thought maybe what's happening is the YouTube algorithm is getting a bit confused as to who to send my videos out to. That is in terms of the reach. So I think I was confusing the algorithm by mixing up cooking videos and walking videos and conversation videos on cairns and the northern beaches. So what I decided to do was I decided to create a new channel, and I called it Cooking with Walking Cairns, something like that anyway. And I proceeded to start a new Google account, because YouTube's owned by Google. So I got a new Google account, and I started the new YouTube channel, and I re-uploaded all the videos, all the cooking videos to the new channel. And let's just go walk up here. And this is the beach access up here, and everything was going good. And then the next day, when I got up and I went to look at the channel, I found this note that the channel had been suspended, and they were going to delete the channel at the end of this year. And they sent me an email to my backup email address saying that my channel has been suspended because I was found guilty of circumventing YouTube's rules and regulations. Of course, I've got no idea what they're talking about. So I thought about it, and I couldn't access the channel because it's been suspended. So I thought, what shall I do? Then they sent me another email saying that I can, if I think there's an error, I can, what do they call it? Write a reply and contest it. So I did, and I wrote them a reply telling them why I created the channel and everything. And they said, oh, we'll review this, and it'll probably take, on average, 2 or 3 days. So I thought, all right. Oh, we got a cruise ship out there. Yeah. Oh, it's threatening to rain. Beautiful. Oh, and there's Double Island. Okay, so back to the walk. So I let it go, and a couple of days went by, and I didn't hear anything back. Channel's blocked. So I thought, oh well, never mind, just wait. And then I think Thursday, when I got up, I checked my YouTube channel, WalkingCairns, and that account was targeted by YouTube too. So, and what they said about my WalkingCairns, that's this channel, was that they think that I'm under 16. Now in Australia, the government has recently introduced these social media rules, which bans children under the age of 16 from having social media accounts. And included in the social media account is YouTube for some reason, which I find quite amazing, because YouTube's quite educational in a lot of respects, and they use YouTube at school. So children are banned from under 16 are banned from having YouTube and Facebook, Twitter, all those social media accounts, Instagram, things like that, TikTok, banned from it. And YouTube thinks I'm under 16. So they put a severe limitation on my WalkingCairns channel. They didn't suspend it like they did with the new channel. They just restricted it. So I didn't know what to do. So I as usual, I just did nothing and continued with my day. And then later in the day, I decided to look into it when I had a bit of time, and it was an icon with an eye on it. So I clicked that, and it said what it was, and it was the age. So they said I need to verify my age, and there was a couple of ways of doing that. You can send all your passport and driver's license detail to some person, and I was never going to do that. So I was willing to just let the accounts go and cease my Facebook account. So, but then there was another option where the YouTube, and I suppose other social media, have access to this group of people that allows you to send in a selfie on their website, and they determine whether you're over 16 or not based on that. And then they advise Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube in this case, that you're over 16. So I thought, well, that's not, I mean, I've always got my face on camera anyway, so I thought that's no big deal. So I went into their website and went through the process. It comes up with a part of a web page where you can take your selfie of yourself, which I did. You hit send, and then it processes, and then you sit and wait for them to contact YouTube and tell them that you're, in their opinion, you're either over 16 or you're not. So I thought, well, surely I can't fail this. An old fart like me. So I did it, and within a few hours, YouTube wrote to me saying, oh, we've lifted the restrictions on your WalkingCairns channel, and carry on, sort of thing. But the next day, the interesting thing, the next day, it also lifted the ban on my Cooking with WalkingCairns channel. So that channel's now okay. So I'm guessing that the reason they cancelled the Cooking with WalkingCairns channel was because of this age verification, and what they must have thought was that the convoluted way in which I started the channel, because I didn't really know what I was doing, using my computer and my phone, led them to believe I was trying to circumvent the under 16-year-old ban that the government has implemented in Australia. Some of the kids, I'm talking to some of the kids, it hasn't had any effect on the kids. It's funny how it had an effect on me, but it hasn't had any effect on the kids under 16. So I don't know. Maybe they're smarter than me, but I guess it takes a while for these laws to take effect because they're a bit insidious, really. You never know what's going to happen with these laws. That's the insidious nature of some of the laws, and you only really know their true effect way down the track. So anyway, so all good now. So based on my selfie, obviously this mob think I'm over 16, so all my accounts have been unblocked and unrestricted. So yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? You've got to be so careful with these laws. They have unintended consequences. And this hate speech law that that the Liberals and Labour, the uni party in Australia, has passed, who knows what insidious things will happen based on that legislation. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. But it's certainly changing the political landscape. People have sort of given up on the Liberals a lot because of their voting in favour of that legislation. The National Party, which was a coalition with the Liberals, voted against it. So they've sort of had a divorce. And I don't know if you can see the crabs down there. They've sort of had a divorce, and I think they'll kiss and make up, but I think that side of politics is severely hampered in Australia at the moment because of what they're doing. I think people have really come to the idea that Labour, Liberal, it's just the same party, really, the uni party. And people have had a gutful. They don't want that anymore. They want change. There we go, is it floods? Tide's coming in by the looks of it. Or maybe it's going out. Yeah, maybe it's going out. Because the water's rushing from this estuary here. Normally in wet season, this sand bar here is not here, and the water in the estuary here finds its way out to the Coral Sea through this sand mound here. That's why they built the bridge, because you couldn't get across. It's funny, since they built the bridge, it hasn't flowed to the ocean. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Let's go and have a look at this. Oh, somebody fishing. There's quite a few fish in here. A lot of tilapia, which you're not allowed to have in your possession here in Queensland. But they are nice though, tilapia, because there's not many bones in them. So if you cook them right, you know, like a Thai style, it's really good. What are you fishing for? Oh, really? I've only ever seen tilapia in here.
Really? I thought a fair few barra here.
Really? Big ones?
Well, I just have one here. Might be right up, maybe about 70 centimetres.
Oh, wow, that's all right. Get a good feed from that.
They're pretty muddy and yucky, I reckon.
Yeah?
They're real good eating.
So he's fishing for barramundi. There you go. Or sea bass, they call that in Thailand. But in Australia, we call it barramundi. They do crispy fried fish. That's the fish they use in Thailand for crispy fried fish. Barramundi. Okay, well, I think we'll leave it here. I don't think we'll walk up there. There's the cruise ship. And we'll leave it there. So, okay, we'll walk back. Oh, coconuts on there, look at that. Grow a lot of weeds here. Guy over the road from my house used to give me coconuts and gave me a whole pile one day, so I just threw them behind the gate and just about every single one of them's grown. Now I'm finding it difficult to dig them up because they're about 6 foot tall now. But I'll have to dig them up, move them, otherwise they'll be impossible to move. So, long story short, I've got both my channels back, and I'm working on the cooking channel. It's not a real cooking channel. I mean, it's just me showing you some of my recipes, really. It's not, I mean, if you really want to learn how to cook, I wouldn't be watching my channel. There's plenty of others on the internet, YouTube. But if you just want to see how I do it, yeah, you're welcome. Join me. I'm going to make larb. I've got the mint and everything, so I'm going to make larb next. Stick that on the channel. And it's going to be a process, because I have to make the kalkur. That's the roasted or toasted rice. Then you make rice powder. I normally cook it with, when I'm doing the kalkur, I normally cook it with some galangal or lemongrass or kaffir lime leaves, just to get a bit of flavour. There's the new Agenti estate up there, and this is the old estate here. This is where the rich people live, where their houses come almost up to the beach. Oh, it's starting to rain, so we'll just go over here. We used to walk this way all the time, but then they built that bridge because people didn't want to be. This is a gated estate up here, and people didn't really want everybody walking through their gated estate, so they started locking the gate, which meant that people couldn't walk to Palm Cove from Clifton. So the council ended up building that bridge, so you can walk to Clifton without having to walk through this gated estate down here. And if you follow this track round to the right, you end up with the dog park at Clifton. I used to bring my dog down here, let her run off. She used to love that. They brought in a lot of fill up here to build these houses. Tremendous amount of fill. But yeah, people built big houses in Argentia. Well, maybe not big, but certainly expensive. Yeah, very nice. See, it's got everything here. You've got rivers, you've got lakes, you've got rainforest, you've got beaches, you've got the reef, everything here. Amazing. It's a fantastic place, Cairns, really is. I love living here. Coconut trees here growing, see? It's not that the coconuts grow like weeds here. In fact, a lot of people do call them weeds. And there was always an argument, try and get them out of the rainforest, because they're like weeds. People say they're not native, but given the way they disperse on the ocean, I'd imagine coconut trees have been here a long time in Australia. Okay, this is the gated community. Now they've sort of locked the gate even on this side. We used to be able to walk through here, but it's all locked now. I suppose they didn't really want everybody walking through their little community, which is fair enough. some of these people don't actually live here. They live overseas, like in Hong Kong, and the places were vacant for extended times. I don't know whether that's still the case, but they were vacant for extended time periods, and they didn't really want people walking along with easy access. And here's the dog park up here. Maybe we'll just go to the dog park and then I'll sign off. Say bye-bye. Now this suburb's Clifton Beach. Probably the biggest suburb of the three. Palm Cove, Clifton and Kauai on Cook Cove. Probably the biggest. I think it's got the biggest beachfront as well. Near the water running down the creek. Dog used to love paddling in the creek. The dog park's fenced, but it's not fenced on this little bit here. So if the dog makes it past the creek, which they easily able to do, there's a creek there, they just walk across the creek, then they're free. Have escaped. Yeah, where floods here. Look. So they have these like runoff areas, sumps really, huge sumps to take all the runoff. See, council's very strict. When you build a property, you can't create more runoff water than there was originally. So, in other words, your runoff water can't cause from your house can't cause a menace or a nuisance to people downstream of you. So they pretty much have to have these drainage sumps here, because when you've got a roof, obviously the water's not going to soak in to the ground anymore in that area like it used to. So it's going to run off. So you need these sumps to control that runoff. Okay, here's the bridge, and I'll show you the dog park, and then we'll wrap it up. It's a nice little park, this. It's all right bringing the dog here. Yeah, there we go. Very clear, the water. Oh, quite deep too. Okay, so here's the dog park. Now we got fences here for this part of the dog park, but as I said, there's no fence on the creek side. So let's go and have a look. It's quite flooded in here. I've never seen it this flooded. Now we got ducks. That's every sort of animal in in Cairns. Oh look, it's got ducklings too. Look, mommy duck and baby duck. It's 2 ducks, ducklings. Yeah, this didn't. Well, every time I've been down here, it's never been with the dog. It's never been flooded. But I've never really been down in wet season like this, and I certainly wouldn't. Oh, there's Ulysses butterfly. Don't know whether you saw that. I wouldn't bring the dog if I had a dog now. I don't have the dog anymore, but if I had the dog, I wouldn't bring it down. Too muddy. And they haven't had the tractor in either to mow it. So yeah, it's a nice little dog area. Nice mango tree over there. Has some really nice mangoes on it. Okay. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that little walk and that chat about what happened to my channel. Remember, if you like the video, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Please, please. My subscriber count's going backwards at the moment. I don't know why. It got up to 400, then it went down to 398. Now I think it's back up to 400 again. I don't know. It's a mystery to me how it all works, but yeah. Okay, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Okay, don't forget to have a look at the new channel. I haven't activated it yet, but in other words, I haven't published the videos on there. So, but when I do, have a look at the cooking channel. I think I called it Cooking with Walking Cairns. Excuse me, Cooking with Walking Cairns. Okay, take care. See you next time. Bye bye.